Hey mate, welcome to Mighty Mungos! Let's start as we always do with the Mighty Hits!
I am worn out from that.
That was easy! Now it's time for Joke of the Week! Mom, go have a lie down and watch it.
What's the laziest mountain?
I don't know.
Mount Everest.
What's a snake's favourite subject, Mummy?
I don't know. What is a snake's favourite subject, Fraser?
History!
History.
Why can't you hear a pterodactyl go to the toilet?
Don't know. Why can't you hear a pterodactyl go to the toilet?
Because it has a silent P.
What does Santa use to measure?
I don't know. What does Santa use to measure?
Centimetres.
Got one. What did one toilet say to another?
I don't know.
You look a little bit flushed.
So, do you have a joke? If you do, film it landscape or sideways and send it in to mightymungos@mungos.org. We can't wait to see more of your faces next week on Joke of the Week. Here at Mighty Mungos, we want to be known as a people who are thankful.
That's why we have Gratitude Attitude. Let's see who sent in their videos this week.
Thank you, God, for Christmas. I'm grateful for sparklers.
I'm thankful for the NHS.
I'm thankful for brothers. I'm thankful for hot chocolate in the woods with friends. I'm thankful for animals and family and friends.
So, what are some of the things that you're thankful for? Film it landscape, send it in to mightymungos@mungos.org, and maybe next week we'll see you guys on Gratitude Attitude.
It's time for water.
1, 2, 3, 4. We're coming together. We're joining together to sing praise to the one and only Son of God, the wonderful Savior, the one who is faithful every day, always. Know your love never fails, because you're the one, the only God, the one who saved me. the one whose love goes on and on. It never fails me in my time of need or when my life says it should be. Your love will never leave me. We'll praise you forever. We're not gonna let the rocks cry out. No way. We'll praise you every day, always. We'll praise you with singing and the way we live our lives for you. We'll live our lives for you. Because you're the one, the only God, the one who saved me, the one whose love goes on and on. It never fails me in my time of need or when my life says it should be. Your love will never leave me. N-E-V-E-R, your love will never leave me. 4-E-V-E-R, we'll praise your name forever. N-E-V-E-R, your love will never leave me. 4-E-V-E-R, we'll praise your name forever. Because you're the one, the only God, the one who saved me, the one whose love goes on and on. It never fails me in my time of need or when my life says it should be. Your love will never leave me. You're the one, the only God, the one who saved me, the one whose love goes on and on. It never fails me in my time of need or when my life says it should be. Your love will never leave me.
My daughter and I are both bookworms. We both love to read. We will read in the morning, at night, alone, together, in the garden, in the car, in the tent, on the toilet. Books, magazines, leaflets, menus, signs. If it has letters and words, we will read it. There's so much to choose from. Animal stories, love stories, fantasy, science fiction, short stories, poems, novels, historical fiction, real life stories, biographies, autobiographies, newspapers, reference books. Oh, how I long for the local libraries to reopen. As we approach Christmas and we read again the account of when Jesus was born, what sort of writing is it? Mary and Joseph were in love. So is it romance? The government were making demands. So does that make it a political thriller? Herod wanted to kill Jesus. It must be crime. Jesus broke through from heaven to earth with superpowers and rescued all sorts of people. It must be adventure. Matthew starts by going back hundreds of years earlier. So it's definitely historical. Actually, the Bible contains books of all sorts of genre, but Matthew, the Gospel, is an account of something that happened. It's not a fairy tale or a whodunit. It tells us what happened. It's a history textbook, a documentary, a news article. And it's not just headlines or an introduction or a blurb. Matthew chapter 1 is a factual account of what happened leading up to Jesus' birth in Bethlehem. And it's pretty amazing stuff. At first glance, it's just a list of names, a family tree, like the thanks to page in a novel that includes editors, spouses, children, and coffee. But it's way, way more than that. In fact, what it's doing is reminding us of what came earlier. Like a series on TV that reminds you of what happened in the last few episodes in case you forgot. It's setting the scene and helping us to recall previous events. It refers back to Abraham, who thought he was too old to be a father, to Joseph with the colourful coat, to Rahab, who protected the spies, King David, who wrote the Psalms, Solomon in all his wisdom, Ruth and all her love and kindness. It reminds us that this baby doesn't come from royalty. He doesn't come from a long line of kings and queens. His family tree doesn't include lords and ladies or lots of money. In fact, it isn't even a list of people who were regarded as important or thought of as being significant. In the family line that leads to Jesus were people who lied, people who stole, people who killed. Among the names listed are women. Back then, women didn't get their names in family lists. Jesus was born into a family line of love, forgiveness, grace, and mercy. A line of people who had made mistakes, people who had hurt others, people who had got things wrong, people like you and me, not princes and princesses, not famous celebrities, people like you and me. The baby who rescued the world, who came as a saviour, who died for us. God used imperfect men and women over hundreds of years to create the family line that would lead to the only perfect person ever to have lived. So this year, let's not skip over the name of people, the list of people named in the book of Matthew. Each of them was significant in God's long-term plan. Each of us are significant in God's long-term plan. Matthew is a family tree. It's a historical record of the men and women whose lives led to the birth of our Saviour, Jesus Christ. Matthew, chapter 1. These are the ancestors of Jesus Christ, a descendant of King David and of Abraham. Abraham was the father of Isaac. Isaac was the father of Jacob. Jacob was the father of Judah and his brothers. Judah was the father of Perez and Zerah. Tamar was their mother. Perez was the father of Hezron. Hezron the father of Aram. Aram was the father of Amminadab. Amminadab was the father of Nahshon. Nahshon was the father of Salmon. Salmon the father of Boaz. Rahab was his mother. Boaz was the father of Obed. Ruth was his mother. Obed was the father of Jesse. Jesse the father of King David. David the father of Solomon. His mother was the widow of Uriah. Solomon was the father of Rehoboam. Rehoboam was the father of Abijah. Abijah was the father of Asa. Asa the father of Jehoshaphat. Jehoshaphat was the father of Jehoram. Jehoram was the father of Uzziah. Uzziah was the father of Jotham. Jotham the father of Ahaz. Ahaz the father of Hezekiah. Hezekiah the father of Manasseh. Manasseh was the father of Amos. Amos the father of Josiah. Josiah was the father of Jeconiah and his brothers, born at the time of the exile to Babylon. After the exile, Jeconiah was the father of Shealtiel. Shealtiel was the father of Zerubbabel. Zerubbabel was the father of Abiud. Abiud was the father of Eliakim. Eliakim was the father of Azor. Azor the father of Zadok. Zadok the father of Achim. Achim was the father of Eliud. Eliud the father of Eliezer. Eliezer was the father of Mathan. Mathan was the father of Jacob. Jacob was the father of Joseph, who was the husband of Mary, the mother of Jesus Christ, the Messiah.
time for the Memory Verse Challenge. Let's see who sent in their videos this week.
The light shines in the darkness, and the darkness has not overcome it. John 1 verse 5.
The light shines in the darkness, and the darkness has not overcome it. John 1 verse 5.
Yes!
The light shines in the darkness.
But the darkness will not overcome it.
John 1:5.
The light shines in the darkness, but the darkness won't overcome it.
The light shines in the darkness, and the darkness has never put it out.
The light shines in the darkness, and the darkness has not overcome it. John chapter 1 verse 5. Wait. The light shines in the darkness, but the darkness has not overcome it. John 1:5. The lights shine in the darkness, but the darkness has not overcome it. John 1:5. The light shines in the darkness, but the darkness will not overcome it. John 1:5. And our memory verse for this week is, drum roll please.
Everyone knows our God can be trusted, for he keeps his promises to every generation. Psalm 100, verse 5.
Good morning and welcome. Who are you and where are you from?
I'm Andy and I'm from Penicuik.
Awesome. Good to hear. Andy, what is your favourite ever pudding?
Well, yesterday it was banoffee pie, but it's Tuesday. I'm going to go for more kind of chocolatey fudge type thing with custard.
Chocolatey fudge with custard.
Hot chocolate.
Hot chocolate. With cold custard?
No, hot custard.
Hot chocolate fudge?
And maybe
with
cream.
Hot custard.
Maybe cream
and
as well.
Cream.
Yeah. Sounds good. I love it.
Andy, what's your favourite parable?
Favourite parable is the parable of the prodigal son. I like that.
Good one. And Andy, today it's Sunday morning.
Yes.
But what will you be doing tomorrow?
Tomorrow I will be at work. I will be cleaning carpets, rugs, or upholstery. Cleaning.
Sounds
I'm a
like
cleaner.
fun to me.
It's not, but it's a job.
And who's the dog?
That's Milo. Oh.
Hi, Milo.
Good morning, welcome to Mighty Mungos News. I've just got a couple of things to tell you about this morning. The first thing is pack pics. We haven't shown pack pics here on Mighty Mungos for a while now, and that's because we've only had a couple of photos sent in. So why not pause, grab a phone, take a selfie, send it in to mightymungos@stmungos.org. I'm gonna pause. Have you done it? I'm expecting a flood of emails coming in with all those photos. Can't wait to see them. The second thing that I want to tell you about is it's Christmas! Well, kind of, nearly, sort of, in a few weeks. But on Christmas morning, we're going to have a very special Mighty Mungos Christmas Day edition. And what we'd love is to have as many people as possible part of that special episode. Whether you're young, old, in the middle, whether you're watching as part of St. Mungos Church or you're someone who's tuning in from elsewhere, we just love for you to be involved on Christmas morning, so we can just be part of God's big family all together. So send a video of you saying Happy Christmas in to mightymungos@stmungos.org, and we'll see how we can get as many people as possible. If you're an adult in St. Mungos, why not record a little bit of your house group chat? Put a house group on Zoom, press the record button, all say Happy Christmas at once. It'll be this beautiful cacophony of Happy Christmas noise, and send that in to us here at Mighty Mungos, and we can use that as part of it. So get filming, get sending in your videos for Christmas morning. That's all for today though. We out of here. That's it. Our time together is almost over. But before we go, there is of course time for our favourite section, which is... Translation: Family Face Off! Thank you so much for joining us here at Mighty Mungos this morning. It's time for you now to go and grab a drink, grab some more snacks, grab a coffee, and and join us back here at 10:30 for the next part of St Mungo's Church Online. See you soon.